Hey everyone, how's it going? This is SRY-in-advance, and today I got another video for you guys. So this is going to be a commentary on the community of Destiny and how shit it really has become. Maybe not entirely, but definitely we've gotten pretty toxic over the last couple years, let's be honest. Like all of my previous rant style videos, I'm going to be going back to the beginning of the problem, where it first occurred. I'm going to be dissecting that problem and presenting possible solutions for us and our community. So without further ado, let's get straight into the PvE side of things, because it's going to be very quick and to the point. The problem of PvE for me really started back in Dark Below with the release of Crota's End Raid and LFG, a new site that allowed us to go on it, find 5 other fireteam members, and start a raid. Now, the problem during this time presented itself as a bring your Galahorn or don't raid type of problem, and this was something that a lot of people stood by. A lot of people were pushed away from being in a raid team just because they simply didn't have a Galahorn. At this point, it was the most overpowered weapon by far in PvE, and many people wanted one, but not everyone could get one, and this made a lot of the community get locked out just because they quite simply didn't have a Galahorn or didn't have the skill to play with other players. It's ludicrous to me that we would lock people out of playing content just because they don't have one weapon. Just because they don't have a Galahorn doesn't mean that they don't have a Hunger of Crota, or a Hezin's Vengeance, or really any rocket launcher with tracking. Rocket launchers with tracking were pretty common back in the day, but still people would only want you to bring a Galahorn because it was the best of the best. And I have a feeling that this is the core problem of the Destiny community. We all want to be the best of the best. This means the best guns, the best skill, the easiest raid clears, and the easiest trials passages. Now, before I get into what this means for the community, I wanted to step into the Crucible side of things because I feel like this is also the same problem that we're having in PvE and the Crucible in general. Now, this problem began at a different time than the PvE problem, but it is the same exact thing, really. And this started with the release of Trials of Osiris and the House of Wolves. During this time, we really didn't have any competitive Crucible-type game mode to play besides Iron Banner. So with the release of Trials of Osiris, we finally got a new competitive PvE game mode that we could play, and this absolutely flourished the Destiny community. The Twitch scene and streaming scene of Destiny absolutely exploded. It went from a game that was rarely in the top 10 on Twitch to a game that was consistently in the top 3 on Twitch. Destiny topped the Twitch community for a number of days before it was finally dethroned again by Call of Duty and League of Legends. This new influx of people streaming and watching Destiny absolutely blew the Crucible community up. Everybody wanted to go to the Lighthouse. Everybody wanted to go flawless, and everybody wanted those brand new adept weapons. LFG at this time decided to add a search parameters for casual and competitive Crucible card experiences in the Trials of Osiris. This meant that people could either try and go for flawless with the team that they searched for, or they could just casually play around and go for bounties with the team that they searched for. This is the main problem that happened with the Destiny community in the Crucible side of things, in my opinion. We all wanted to go flawless. We all wanted the best things, and that meant throwing the newer players and the inexperienced players in the dust. It meant leaving them behind and not playing with them because, quite simply, they weren't going to have the skill levels to get ourselves to the Lighthouse. We absolutely left the newer players in the dust and didn't want to play with them just because they weren't as good as we are. So with all that being said and done, how do we solve this problem that I have with the community? How do we become better players in general? How do we become more compassionate players? And how do we improve the community as a whole? Well, really, this is only going to be a thing that we can do together. We must all commit to making the community a better place and all commit to having the noobs and the lower skilled players come play with us. By being rude to newer players, we're only going to push them away. And this is not a great way to build a community. If we can all play together and all play well together, then we're going to truly enjoy the Destiny experience.